That would have been the approach that me, if I was part of the team, I would have made him do. Because the performance, was abysmal. It was too up and coming. What I say, it wasn't like I came here to make a mark, but it looked as if he came there to idolize a person that was imprisoned for 13 years.
The matter job hot. Assembly diloto. Hey! Aye!
In the space, my catcher must say 2025 there are certain things I am not going to let slide. And one of it has to do with certain conversations that people raise. The reason why I will do some of these responses or some of these explanations has to do with the fact that every day we write our history. Every day we put things, we give footprints about us on the internet. And even with that, some people who may not even know the true story may want to pick certain stories that certain ignorant people may put in the space, and they may take it as true. So some of us, when we get the opportunity like this, we also want to give the other side of it, which is the truth, so that should anybody chance on the other one, they may also chance on the truth, and it is going to neutralize. Today's edition is going to be an editorial, of which, of course, one of the people who usually Saliman is in the news, and I am here to give a breakdown of certain misinformation and certain ignorant statement coming from her, and the real truth or the reality behind it. And at least maybe I will leave it to you for you to also share your views in the comment section. My name is Roland Amate. You are welcome to another exciting edition of an editorial live on Roland Report. So if you are watching or listening, make sure you subscribe and also share this particular platform with others and the content as well, so they can also listen, watch, and share their views in the comment section. This is actually going to be a discussion, so just relax and enjoy as I break them down systematically so you can understand and also share your views. Now, what am I saying? Let me say, before I enter into the main story, let me say big ups to Shatta for holding us down. Ghana's #1 ride-hailing app. If you're a rider, you want to move from one place to the other at a very good rate, a very good price, without any hassle, your security and everything is assured. Just book Shatta and it will take you there. And if you're a driver, just download, sign up for just 20 Ghana cedis. You pay no commission, no service charge to anybody. You work at your own time and your own pace. Now, let's go straight into it. So over the weekend, on Power Entertainment, hosted by this time Samir Rasta, I think say Ajiman, the big boss Ajiman is not around, but hosted by Samir Rasta, obviously had some panelists on board, and as part of their show, they reviewed Shatta Wale's performance that happened in Jamaica, that is on Vybz Kartel's Freedom Street concert. And on that particular show, of course, Saliman came to give a breakdown of her understanding to Shatta Wale's performance and what she thinks of it. In her submission, she described Shatta Wale's performance as amateur and what have you, with other words that probably I might have forgotten. But I'll play the video to you so that you also watch for yourself. But then, the way she described the whole performance, she also described it as appalling. And the explanation that she gave to it is what I am here to break down and give some wisdom touch to neutralize that particular statement of hers or that particular assertion of hers. So, she talked about her disappointment of the choice of songs, even in Shatta Wale's playlist, the songs that she performed, the kind of thing she talked about. One of it has to do with Vybz Kartel not actually performing with Shatta Wale, as in anyone on anyone, Vybz Kartel and to be. And again, she talked about Beyonce, Nyomna Shatta Wale performing here, which is already, of which Shatta Wale is a collaborator to that particular record. She gave a comment about it, and again, she talked about the fact that Shatta Wale nailing to Vybz Kartel and calling him daddy is actually a disgrace, and Shatta Wale presented himself as an up and coming artist on that platform, of which I would want to respond to it. And this particular response is part of it is going to come from a quote or a caption which Kwame A+, who is the MP for Kumwa Central, posted on his socials. And here I am going to use that particular caption to explain or to respond to this particular comment coming from Saliman. Now let's go and watch a snippet of the video. When we come back, we continue.
My mun papagano no de mbago kakra to me so say Shatta ye nipa ti ma men try ti say no asabra me be ka no me de decency and decorum ana me be ka no say be ya me papaga ebu enye de emfu eme ana afi so Samini so start say ade so in the spirit of Ghana. So congratulations to Shatta Wale. Inti Mr. So major say nipa for 2 year name omo wo radio me na me wo. Aka say congratulations to Charles Niama. Na say na abrocheri no pe bia ko. Ana na eno no pa. Na wo say nka o kanentem. Aka ye ha ye ho cry ha no. What I say because na ye feel say o person fu bia madam ni ade no kra de international ni de won hia but every single thing they see what Jamaica performance here we say bra here say I'm appealing to the international organizations who the we see ko buy na we see aka na no apado no say when who say class e ba ne ho nti we say act in a classic manner nti mesramo Summer Jam mene yese me hu se na koma pa no de Jamaica na eda montam frɛ no se be ye be mo wa ye kama because no dimina after say oko stage no so ni ade nyina akere say wa ye calm say no wo call for attention but ye na ye so daft to see what he wanted
Bankuli kan you
so say he was calling for attention. Oh, industry Shatta Wale Bonio. Look at how come he has become. All because he had, a gig. Who can just imagine saying who did dana Beyonce a friend one a torn so be a sure saying can won't be planning we say. Into congratulations to him. However, the performance no koyen with Jamaica no. It was said Mama got the stamp no is sisu. Na fi you was in bia for kebia ne. Was a me final verdict. With the sister say no obia Chief Justice of our time Mamaga bra Shatta Wale nya opportunity call ye initially ye nyina ye hu say listen by na name ehum but I give it to the team no say they were able to knock on the doors of Vibes Cartel Emma it me be at the man because over the years it's been like 20 years long dream of wanting to do something with him. It's not a good to the point class also the one meboa say no the bira show ni mo no meboa it's na say any idol no akwa na ni ade but eniema miensa bi ana meka ho asem. I'm not saying it for Shatta, I'm saying it for mini pebi to say episode enya sa opportunity na eye raskuku enya so opportunity. The reason I mention these two is because omune what dance hall ni mu a and Jupiter maybe what has omunye opportunity in call those platforms so Samini akoda boy they were called so many years and so many times no years so many times
mami kai viewers ni say
one so akobida okay
mami kai viewers ni say ye producers no I try the name they call so Sally kan ho asem o Jamaica ti mo hwe no mo pese hwe so abitima ko Facebook and YouTube no akwa hwe patrioto aso
enti no meka because Vibes Cartel onkokum ni pabiem emma yemfa ne nkoto prison emma ensem nkone ensem no ho ma state ni beka so ye ni resource enti we can't retry it what else on say yan kase wo ye innocent.
Yeah.
You see, we can't retry the case. And I feel for no one health issue in the to say, Uncle Kum nipa biem. And I say, one ya opportunity say Yankasianya retry biem to Ebiana Sa Freedom Street concert, Ebianco Babiem. But every other platforms, a bit to me a bar and co bit to me aqua yebi. And you know, a karma a year episode. And Raskuku or any other person obenya sign international platform no, what they have to do with it. Shatta went like an amateur underground artist. The reason here make us also I'm calm because it is not a bad criticism.
No, but as how can I know she?
Say
Underground amateur.
Okay. Anyway, I mean, underground artist. Let me put it that way. You better understand it. I take the amateur out of it because amateur, the next just say, we're a professional. But also he acted like as an up and coming artist.
Okay.
The reason here make us so active is up and coming artist. They say, Oremuno, or the papa nyum, or yeah, you need the rem. Then again, now what say? And can the management team no any creative so no say to me knock it on the man's door so much say and he will do a verse with Shatta on that. That was a no on my books. Say one day obi one jump nipa no na wo ye ojina stage and so but they were not able to knock for the person to go like let me even just do a verse or a line. But rather no, Papa no jina ho say as a big boss and akora ketua abeshia nas all man opportunity. So he didn't need to do much. It's a hono omo failure. Secondly, abra na o introduce a year Beyonce no. I wanted him to loud it because look, Beyonce is everybody's dream. Forget about anybody. Sende metina we menya say opportunity say me the Beyonce koya de a ahwa me drew her men ante mutire so. You get what I'm saying? So I wanted him to take a moment and loud it and make Beyonce part in a sing. No we jai. No only verse no as king already no on top. And Chenko for say me boy ya me jina hey. Me na Beyonce. Me ye king already. Tia hono, it was as a slide here. So I'll give him a no on that. Thirdly, On God is one of my favorite tunes of Shatta Wale. I feel says anyomono. E hono na ne senses ni nyina ba. Na e bi call baby. On say ne hono ono no ne sense no two to me call. Na three we chire. But dano 5 senses ni nyina by writing that song on God. It's what I jump to it every morning when I'm mopping and cleaning my home. It's one of my favorites. On God was good music. I said the Americano. But I would have preferred what Daniel Kofi Awusi said. Say, freedom, no, actually went with the purpose for Mujina Hono. The man is free. Your idol is free. So sing that song alone. Says that it was a freedom, boy, shatter, meboa. Then you say something, say, this song resonated with this particular occasion. This man, your idol, is free. Nanka aye simple. Nanka uko. And your honor so no, me man you know. But say appearing as an artist from Ghana, representing with the flag and everything, or mention Ghana bear so many times. A woman, and no, I give it to him. Say me a part of the creative arts no one, and any team no one. You saw what Spice did. You saw what Skilly Bang did. You saw what they did. Sa approach in and come me a part of Shatta Timwa. And come what did she do? She came in with a rhythm. A rhythm. And I mind you, Spice is known in Jamaica, or you're one of them. However, when you're underground artist, what about a stage wanting to prove to the people and the whole world almost said, because who say, if you are Siabaho, Spice on your small team, sao, one ma word boss, the breakthrough in 2009 was some controversial song, yeah. It's one easy. She's also featured on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. I watch it. See, what mileage. However, who say, in terms of music, when who new market, new media, we are seeing it was stamping authority to a buyer with a bit no spitty goosua the way I said the microphone see jammy to one. See, I would have gone with that approach. Said yeah, ebeya microphone will know who Shatta Wale is. Shatta went there performing, being among the rest, but he wasn't a performer that everybody will go like, who was that? But somebody will say, who was Spice? Skilly Banks. Or also so an Skilly Bang. Yeah. One person. Or also no. Mobo 2022. One year nominated as a Caribbean artist. One kita sa title. Why here Juma with Nicki Minaj. Why here Juma with DJ Khaled. Why here Juma with Sean Paul. Why here Juma with Omua. Omu Wodin. Conforming and Sama Bo Mudin. Even Whiskey the crowd and I Juma. Now, so did you see how he came on stage? Acting like he said he was a new artist, came with rhythm, spat on the rhythm, stamping authority, and sana any other thing that they had to do with Vibes Cartel, they did it. It's a honor, and I mean my approach would have been the Sani Pan. Bunty Killer was also very good, but Bunty, they were a Bunty. You get what I'm saying? And you know what those two did in moving forward. I'm talking to episode. I'm talking to Raskuku. Raskuku of voice Ibia. Oh yeah, he on Sadian. Oh, that entrance alone. So to me, hold you know to that level. No, it creates a lot of things. Come I can just say you know Super Bowl. Almost 2 minutes without saying anything, but it made an impact. See, that would have been the approach that me, if I was part of the team, I would have made him do. Because the performance, you know, was abysmal. It was too like up and coming. What I say, it wasn't like I came here to make a mark, but it looked as if he came there to idolize a person that was imprisoned for 13 years. Me find out Kojo I may catch on. I think it's a Shatta Wale. If it's a school, your problem mawa. Because what can it be brave say? Your curriculum no was too huge. That's why you didn't like education. I'm thinking, say, in your old age, it's 40 years a day. It is not something that you do. But get creatives that will know the environment that you are entering so that you know what to say. Because when you have an opportunity to talk, that what in some if you were Daddy, in Africa, you are seen as an angel. It looks so shallow. It looked like you didn't know what to say. It looked as if say environment, you know. Well, because when in South Africa, will be who Vibes Cartel so an angel. So you can't go on an international platform, sir, and go and lie to a personality that you claim you idolize. Because Obabak, no shall when we say you lied to him. Nobody sees Vibes Cartel, a bleached man. Somebody that went to prison for 13 years, nobody idolizes him here. Say, well, you're angel. Nobody does that. I face so no, the daddy bit that or nearly, you know. What I say? Like who reactions be people were like, why was he kneeling? I don't think say kneeling one the chest all respect to be. Who kneeling when enkofua wabua won eba stage, you know, so what I say, our moon level in terms of age, eba. Ambe nearly me masa askili ben ya obaye o hage no men hag men don't kneel for men enti no onya obi a obetimi educate ni kakra e wo baby a woko bia. I'll give an example. So we should say Stone Boy kasa wo platform wa who say he's ready any platform as he say obejina so obekasa bia no VGM or Nyani awards, you every award or GABR, any the education that he gave. People should go and watch it. Usha Samini, now on Kasa reckless. Because when who say education adds a certain level of polishness to your craft, and who baby a ujina, and you know what to talk. What I can promise talks who say, it is if a difficult to match Shatta so because school, one finding people they will understand his environment and where he's going, so that you not go and kneel to another man. What's that? Obi crutches are then or begging is all in it one. Now, so no, when you did, you get what I'm saying? Please, Shatta, this is my honest opinion about your performance. You know, get people to educate you on where you are so that you know what to say at every point. I'm done.
May that say.
That is easy. We've tried to liberate a people.
That's a Saliman for you. Of course, when some of these things happen, now a breakdown into her assertion or some of her comments that he made, talking about the fact that Shatta Wale presented himself as an upcoming artist. I asked myself, okay, what was the purpose of that particular trip? Because in her submission, she compared it to other musicians and called on other musicians to do a different thing if they get an opportunity. That is fair enough. The people that she mentioned, these are good performers in Ghana, and given any opportunity, they would mash up the place or they would do more. But then, describing Shatta Wale's performance as immature, first of all, is one that I ask myself, which part of it? Because if it is about singing on stage, getting people to respond, and even the person that he was there to honor, which is Vybz Kartel, being pleased with it, then what is your problem? People say the end justified the means, and we all saw the end results after that particular performance. In terms of presence, in terms of him, like presence, entering into a jurisdiction where he is not so popular. That was his first time performing. That was his first time performing with an idol, and the kind of display of maturity that he displayed on stage. Which part of it is form of posing himself as an upcoming artist? And you are comparing him to what other guys came to do on stage. Of course, you don't expect him to do the same thing. These are people coming from different backgrounds, different kind of style, with different kind of reception. So why would you want Shatta Wale to go and do the same thing? And in fact, if indeed the end justify the means, let me enter straight into the choice of songs that Sally thinks that it was one of her problems. Now, performing Mansa Musa with Vybz Kartel, one of the reasons why Vybz Kartel even did not perform his part of that particular song may be simple. Even on that stage, after Vybz Kartel, after almost everybody was done performing, or during Vybz Kartel's set, there were so many songs of his that were even played of which he didn't even remember. To the extent that he even had to tell some of the DJ to cut it and go on the next track, because some of them, Vybz Kartel, did not remember, even though they were his own records. Vybz Kartel had a collaboration with Shatta Wale when he was in prison. There are videos online where he talked about even the conditions that he had to go through to record certain songs. So in that aspect, this is somebody that is there to honor Vybz Kartel. He's not there to perform with Vybz Kartel. He is there to honor Vybz Kartel. And whatever he was supposed to do on stage should be an honor to his idol. One that has inspired him from close and from afar. And that is what it is. So if on this note, even after so many explanations, you still don't get it, well, you're there. You're there. And also calling him daddy. See, Bounty Killer is one that moved, like gave Vybz Kartel, brought him into the space. Do you see how Vybz Kartel speaks to Bounty Killer? Yes, exactly my point. Meanwhile, they are the same age or age group, but this is somebody that Vybz Kartel calls him daddy. And in that aspect, or maybe Movado Dems, he calls them daddy. And in that aspect, if you would want to pay respect to anybody, or be honest, you pay respect to, go to Nigeria and the likes of Westgate, Davido Dems are lying prostrate on the ground to show respect. Maybe where you come from, Madam Fubiwa can ask them, say, whatever you think or whatever you would want to, or how you behave, baby often so can. Baby often will determine how you would want to reverence somebody, how you would want to pay respect to somebody. So if on that stage, Sean Storm by whoever came and decided to hire Vybz Kartel, it depends on how they see Vybz Kartel. But to Shatta Wale, he sees him on a different level. And don't sit anywhere and ignorantly spew, say nobody actually reverence Vybz Kartel in Africa. You will be making a joke of yourself. Let any promoter, put Vybz Kartel on here in Africa and check the numbers. This is a world icon. This is not somebody that you are just hearing of. And you think he's been in incarceration, so he's lost it? Go and check the stadium, its capacity, and how he was able to fill it to the brim before you come out and make such ignorant statements. And for the choice of song that you mentioned, in fact, I said, when you say a catch now, if even after weeks or days of his performance, whatever data that is online, and also went to me and call online and kushia. And you know, I don't know, say, meaning say, young pie and saying, ye dinyan sana shemu, say, young yen denu, Charlie, it makes it sad. It makes this whole conversation sad. Because if you are talking about choice of songs, and you mentioned already, it is this same, you are the same person that was sitting on some national platform claiming he did not have the right to perform that song. And today, if he has performed that song, instead of you to see the sense to apologize to whatever people you told those things to, you are here saying, so you knew you had the right to perform that song, and you were spewing garbage and lies on those platforms, saying he didn't have the right. And now, as he has performed the song, you think you have the moral right to come and tell him how he should perform the song. Much less if I were to be part of his creativity, if I were to be part. The people that you claim to even be part of their so-called caucus, how far for them? What has even been your contribution? Have they even acknowledged your presence in their caucus? Zero. If I were to be part of, that is why you will never even get the chance. That is why getting the chance to be part of such team to create even an artist performance. Forget all that you are saying are things that we do when you know a man for can be. A man for can be. And on God, yes, in your mind, you are talking about freedom. But you see, as much as it may be good because of the song title and also the theme for the event, obviously may be a good connection or something that resonates with the event. God has a way of doing his. And on that note, I would want to read A+'s post that he made. And this is how I would want to respond to that. In terms of what people would think that, okay, this is the wisdom that was so insane. After that particular performance, one of the songs that have been trending over 1 million streams, even on YouTube alone. The other DSPs in Mann, but over 1 million streams on YouTube alone should tell you something. Should tell you that the choice of songs were not just for the carnal minds, but even were divine. And this here, I'll read this particular A+ post saying, God does not give wisdom to just anyone. God does not give wisdom to just anyone, nor does he offer it freely. Proverbs 2:1-5 teaches us that wisdom is a treasure to be sought diligently, requiring effort, reverence, and humility. And this is a quote from the Bible. It says, "My son, pay attention to what I say. Remember my commands. Listen to wisdom and do your best to understand. Ask for good judgment." So ask for it. Cry out for understanding. Look for wisdom like silver. Search for it like hidden treasure. If you do this, you will understand what it means to respect the Lord, and you will come to know God. You see what is happening to On God and how Shatta Wale is trending in Jamaica? That is divine. It has nothing to do with carnal ignorant minds like the words Sally was spewing. If wisdom were easy to find, God would not choose people from humble beginnings like David, a shepherd, or Jesus Christ, the son of a carpenter, to reveal his truth. Instead, he often entrusts wisdom to unexpected vessels, reminding us of the values of seeking him earnestly. You may have certain people in mind that you think they were a better candidate for it. But you see, God's works, they are very divine, and it is not to human understanding. So sometimes if you don't understand, well, I may pardon you. It says, when God says search for wisdom, it implies that he does not give it all to those who appear prestigious or powerful. While many may look to recognize religious leaders like Archbishop Palmer for wisdom, God can also use unconventional voices like Shatta Wale as his wisdom banks. Sadly, many, and here I will put like Sally, many refuse to listen or recognize such sources. By the time the world realizes the value of these unexpected vessels, it may be too late. Seek wisdom where God leads, not where the world expects. This is just a simple piece that I wish Sally will meditate on, this particular piece coming from Kwame Plus, and think about it carefully. I hope that if she does, maybe she will be able to know that, or she will be able to understand that some of these things or some of these happenings are not for minds like her or minds like hers. And she may tone down in certain conversations online. My name is Roland Amate. You can also share your views in the comment section. Let me hear from you. Let me know what you think. Until then, this is just a little piece again to Sally Frimpong Mann, and I hope she learns the wisdom out of this particular episode. I'll meet you on the other side. Bye-bye.
The matter chop hot. Assembly Diloto. Hey! Aye! Hey!